So recently I've noticed that I've been spending a lot of time inside, which is a bummer because there's a whole outside just outside. So as of 5 seconds ago, I decided to go get some fresh air, touch grass, whatever the kids are doing these days. Wish me luck. So this is what outside looks like. Gonna be honest, I'm kinda underwhelmed. Well, I guess this is as good a spot as any. Might as well sit back, relax, really take it all in and become one with nature. Ooh, and talk about mobile games because I don't have any consoles with me, and if I don't have anything to talk about out here, I'm going to go insane.
What if there was a thing that could do everything? Browse the internet, contact your friends, play games, and anything else you can think of, all while being able to fit in your pocket.
Well, I got bad news for you. It's existed forever. It's called a piece of paper. I can write letters to my friends on it, play tic-tac-toe, and if I write a question on it and leave it out for someone else to find that they can write the answer on it, then boom, I've just created the internet.
Introducing the cell phone. Tired of using a clunky old house phone? Need to get a hold of someone on the go? Then just whip out one of these bad boys and get communicating. This is boring. Texting a random number is funny the first time, but it gets old pretty fast. I want to be able to whip out my phone and be able to play a game on it, because if I don't have that, then I risk having to actually interact with another human being, and that is terrifying. Fortunately, that's been covered for you. Want to play Tetris, Snake, Breakout, Space Invaders, or Pong? Good, because that's pretty much it.
Early cell phones were not... Okay, you know what? Never mind. Nope. No, absolutely not. No, f*** that idea. Absolutely f*** that idea. That's not ever happening again, by the way. No, you could not even convince me to go outside. Not even like if I left something incredibly important out there and I just need to run and grab it. No, it's not. No, I'm not going outside ever again. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, early cell phones weren't really all that complicated. They were just a number pad and a dinky little screen, and there's only so much you can do with that. They couldn't really run super complex games because it's not what they were designed to do. It wasn't their main function. And sure, dedicated handheld game consoles existed at the same time as cell phones, and those could run super complex games, but that's because, A, that was their main purpose. They were designed with gaming in mind, exclusively. And second of all, they used cartridges with the games loaded on them instead of loading the games directly onto the console like you would have to do with early cell phones. And that's pretty much it in terms of mobile games. I don't really have anything else to talk about. That is, of course, unless I'm missing some massive technological innovation, but that's absolutely ridiculous. Smartphones!
In 2007, something incredible happened. Some company called Apple, who was well known for making home computers, decided to completely revolutionize the cell phone. See, at this point, phones were starting to become more competent at playing video games. They could display in color, were more powerful, and could run some much more complicated games. Nothing that really stood out from the crowd, but you had a lot more variety when it came to mobile games. And then along came Apple with their hip new invention, the iPhone. Something so advanced that it would need a whole new category of phone to describe it. The smartphone.
Smart, eh? May be able to tell me the last 4 digits of pi, but I can't give me the ability to cut fruit with my finger, so how smart is it really? Oh no.
Look at all this junk the iPhone has. It's got a touchscreen, 2 cameras, internet connectivity, a simple UI, it's widescreen, and so much other junk. The iPhone changed the world. Once it came out, there was no going back. This was going to be the norm for cell phones going forward.
Big deal. You know what else has 2 cameras? Me. Here and here. I don't need to carry around a portable camera. I can live in the moment. Just appreciate things for how they are. Holy shit, is that carpet? Somebody take a picture of that!
In 2008, Apple introduced the App Store to the iPhone. Here you could download a variety of programs to pollute your phone, including video games. And since the iPhone appealed to a much wider audience, and because of its simple touch controls, more casual games were really what took off. The interesting thing is that the most popular mobile games were completely original. Sure, you could play Tetris or Pac-Man, but games made with the iPhone's touchscreen in mind and were easy to understand were insanely popular. And thus we enter sort of a renaissance. When smartphones really started to become popular is also when we got some of the most iconic mobile games of all time.
So how about we get into some of these, because there are a lot.
Angry Birds, arguably one of the most iconic mobile games ever. The idea is simple. You shoot some circular birds out of a slingshot at a structure made of various materials and also some green pigs. Each bird has a different ability, which adds another layer of strategy to the game. Gameplay-wise, this is super easy to get, and it's really addictive. Premise-wise, who came up with this? Regardless, Angry Birds became a giant, spawning countless spin-offs and merchandise and 2 movies somehow.
Yeah, Angry Birds got 2 movies. What are you gonna do about it, Candy Crush?
Candy Crush is another giant in the mobile game market. It may just be bejeweled, but hey, it's still fun. And it looks pretty tasty too. And speaking of candy, Cut the Rope! This is a good one. It's just a really simple puzzle game where you swipe to cut different ropes to feed a piece of candy to this little abomination. But it's just a pretty satisfying puzzle game, and while we're on the topic of cutting things, Fruit Ninja! This is just a stress reliever. All you do is swipe back and forth on your screen to cut these fruits, and that's all there is to it.
I didn't say I didn't like it.
Plants vs. Zombies, what a classic. It's a strategy game where you've got a bunch of different plants with a sense for bloodlust ready to absolutely obliterate these brain eaters that just really have a beef with this one specific house. Temple Run and Subway Surfers, these are essentially both the same game. They're both endless runners, games where you have an infinite path to travel down with obstacles to avoid that get progressively harder the longer you run for. But whatever one you pick just depends on if you like theft or vandalism more.
You'll get arrested for both, though.
And there's so many more good ones out there, like Crossy Road is just a fun endurance challenge where you constantly ask why the chicken crossed the road. Flow is just a really satisfying puzzle game that I put an embarrassing amount of time into. Smash Head is just for when you want to break shit. Jetpack Joyride, Where's My Water, Monument Valley, Dumb Ways to Die, Color Switch, Piano Tiles, Rolling Sky, Trivia Crack, Egg Game, Cow Evolution, Tiny Tower, Classic Lands, Geometry Dash.
Am I forgetting anything? I think I've made my point. There are a lot of mobile games out there that a lot of people would consider to be classics, and they're all from the late 2000s and early 2010s when smartphones really started to become the norm. So naturally, you would think that since we had so many good games in the past, that nowadays we have some truly phenomenal mobile... Nope, they're all terrible.
What happened here? Why does it feel like every single mobile game is exactly the same now? You know, white background with another solid color. Look, I'm in a 2021 mobile game right here. It just feels so lifeless. I don't think I would go as far as to call any of these bad. They're just boring. And also really easy. They all look the same and feel the same, and a lot of them play very similarly. They all feel void of emotion, void of character, void of personality, void of anything. And the ads, oh, the f***ing ads. 99% of people cannot complete this task with a very obvious solution. Oh, guys, it feels so stupid. I can't figure out this puzzle. Whoops, I actually almost solved it there. Well, please, guys, I feel so stupid, like an idiot. I guess you just say, wow, this guy's an idiot. Let me show you how the people with brains do it, and then proceed to download the game, which is exactly what they want you to do.
And you know what? No one's going to remember these games. If they do, it's going to be because of how frequent and annoying the ads were. But there's nothing else to remember them by. In 10 years, no one's going to go, oh guys, remember Color Run Match Race 3D game? No one's going to do that. In 10 years, people are still going to be looking back on games like Angry Birds and Plants vs. Zombies and Cut the Rope fondly because those games actually have personality. They actually have character.
It's just really weird to me that mobile games have decreased in quality since the smartphone's inception. And of course, I'm not saying that every single mobile game nowadays is soulless and boring, but the ones that aren't are trying way too hard. Okay, so first of all, you've got ports of console games to smartphones, which, okay, that's fine. Those have existed for as long as smartphones have too, but there are a lot of better ways to play these games. I understand that not everyone has access to these, but why would you want to play a game like Final Fantasy VII on your phone? Especially since you have to pay $16 for it. And then you've got games based on existing franchises designed specifically for smartphones, stuff like Super Mario Run and Sonic Dash. These games are fine, they're good even, they're quality, but they don't really appeal to anyone outside of the fans. Like your grandma's gonna pick Words with Friends over Pac-Man 256 any day of the week. The only game in this vein that did appeal to everyone and worked was Pokemon Go because, yeah, being able to go outside and catch Pokemon in the real world is like the smartest idea since making a video game about catching and collecting creatures. But then there's the games that are trying to be console game levels of quality when that is the last thing anyone wants on their phone. Nobody wants a microtransaction-riddled RPG with stunning graphics and thousands of champions to choose from and addictive gameplay with online PvP and download now and you get 1,000 fake virgin money to spend in-game.
The best mobile games are simple, original, and creative. Something addictive that you can keep coming back to and easily understood by everyone. But you don't want something so simple that you bore people, but you also don't want something so complex that you scare people away. Basically what I'm trying to say is that mobile games peaked with the introduction of smartphones. I don't even play mobile games that much. It's just annoying to see where we are compared to where we were. But that's enough of me rambling. It's time to stop talking about mobile games and finally time to start playing mobile games. Wait. No, where's my